Good morning, how are you? And as I was promising yesterday, this is the first video that I'm creating using the new template. And I'm gonna start with the importance of graph. Why are graphs so important? Because in the science class, you're gonna complete a lot of experiments and then you are gonna gather data and then you're gonna create tables. Remember that the tables, they are used to organize your data, and the graph they are going to use to display that data so the reader can see the information better. So far we have three type of graph. We have line graph that I use when you want to establish a relationship between the independent and dependent variable. Okay, so you want to see what's gonna happen as the independent variable is decreasing and increasing. You want to see what is happening to the dependent variable, and in that case you are gonna use a line graph. Okay, line graph, relationship between variables. Now this is a bar graph. Bar graph because we're using bar just to represent the values. And where are we going to use bar graph? When we want to compare. They say that you want to compare the percent by mass in different compounds in which you're going to find copper. Then you use a bar graph. So you can see in which one you're going to have more copper. Remember that the goal of using graph is so you can interpret the data, the quantitative data better. In case that you're working with percent, then you're gonna use pie graph. Okay, remember that in the pie graph, since you don't have an axis representing the independent and the dependent variable, you have to create a legend just to let the reader knows what you're representing in there. So summary, three type of graph, because all the other type of graph that we have, they are a variation of the three principal types. Okay, when you have a line of best fit graph, okay, so it's a variation of a line graph. Okay, so when you have bar graph with different columns in there because you're analyzing different factors, it's a more complicated version of a bar graph. Okay, in the next video, I'm showing you how to create different type of graph. Okay, could be line, pie, or bar graph using Excel. But in summary, we have three different types: line to establish a relationship between variables, bar just to compare them, and then when you are graphing percent, you're going to use the pie graph. In the video that I'm going to show you right now, I'm going to explain how to create any type of graph. Remember that we were discussing about the type of graph. So using Google Sheets, so you can use Excel as well. You can create any type of graph that you want for your lab report. Okay? So your first step when you're creating a graph is just to create the table. You're gonna create the table first. That's the first step that you have over there. See? First step. The table is in there. Once that you have the table, you're gonna click on insert. And then you're gonna insert the chart. If you follow the video, you'll see that all the way here to the right, you have different options to change everything that you have in your graph. The title, whatever it is reading on the X and the Y axis, the color of the font, the style of the font. You can change everything that you have in there together with the style of the graphic cell, the color that you want to use for plugging the points in there. I'm going to use the same example to show you how to create the different type of graph. In this case, we were creating a line graph over here. See? But you can change the type of graph by clicking over here in the chart. See, you're gonna click over there. See, now let's say I was creating a line chart, but now, or a line graph, I want to create now a bar one, so you change the style. and then you can modify any of the fixtures that you have there in your graph. The same happens, see, when you want to create a pie graph. The only thing that you have to do is just to come over here to, let me see, it's not showing in here because I have this active. So you have over here like a little icon with a bar graph. Then you click over there and then you can change the style or the type of graph that you want to use.